All right, so we're all set up here for bench test number 2. Have my little portable power supplies. This one is providing the juice. This one is just bumping us up to 24. Eventually I'll upgrade this so I can do 24. But anyway, have some of my favorite horns here. Two 4051s. Well, technically, this is the real 4051. This is the Gamewell, whatever the heck their versioning of it was, 66857. I think that's what it says. And this is the legendary 0.2 amp or 200 milliamp version. Lastly, we have a Faraday, is it a 5630? And this is a 12 volt horn at 200 milliamps. So these are both 200 milliamps, but obviously this one at 24 volts is the higher draw. And this is the louder horn, but I think it's going to be interesting to compare the results because I know what they sound like, but let's see what everyone else thinks. Let's start off with the 4051. That's the 100 milliamp or the 0.1 amp version, the lower amperage. And let's just dial in the 24 volts. Just make sure we're right on there. They will sound different at different voltage, so that's another test we could do. So here we go at 24 volts, maybe a little over. 4051, lower amperage version. I think I get a loose connection there a little bit. All right, that's that one. Let's move on to the ear breaker. I don't know what else to call it. This thing is loud. It is a different tone though, and you'll see. So you can actually see the amperage on here, but unfortunately because it's 12 volts coming out, it's going to be doubled, but seeing 0.4 would be double, so that's probably about right. It'd be nice to get an ammeter on here, but even better just to upgrade this to go to 24. I'll do that eventually. All right. Actually, for that comparison, let's just do a quick plug-in on this and just see if it's noticeably different. I mean, truthfully, with all the conversion and stuff going on here, it might not be super accurate, but let's just see. Oh, it has the strobe. Yeah, that's not a legitimate test. Okay, sorry. We'll do a different test with that someday with the horn taken out of the strobe plate. But until then, it's not really a good test. All right, lastly, we need to go down to 12 volts. So we're going to switch this guy over here. And we're going to switch this guy over here. I'm already on round 2 of this video because the first time I forgot to switch this part and I was like running this one at 12 volts. Like, why isn't it not sounding right? When you have your earmuffs on, it's hard to tell where the noise is coming from, so it's a little disorienting. All right, here we go for my last one here. This is the Faraday 5630, and this is the 12 volt one at 0.2 amps or 200 milliamps. So my initial reaction, probably after hearing all of these, this is actually the first one I bought. Actually, probably one of the first horns I got in general. This thing to me sounds like a game show buzzer. Like it reminds me of like you just got kicked off the stage or something. I mean, that's what it sounds like, almost to a T. And I mean, ironically, if you put that up here next to this thing, and obviously this is 24 volts, so now I got to step it back up, and connect this guy up here, you literally can get the full game show experience here, because now I got the answer. It's, you could definitely get an idea of how some of those vintage effects and probably vintage stage effects were done, because they probably were using vintage horns and bells. What else would they have been using, right? It makes me very tempted to attach one of these to like a arcade button, because a lot of those are super quick to respond. So it'd be really funny to make almost a like almost a radio, what do they call that, an effect box or something, you know, silly sound effects to press the little buttons. But at least for some of my some of these ones that have very unique sounds, I am trying to put some of these to somewhat legitimate use. Obviously, I'm not making like a proper fire system, but you know, I do my best to have fun here and put these old things to as much use as they can get. I mean, otherwise they're just gonna sit there and do nothing. So, you know, give them something to do. Well, on that note, I think I'm pretty much at the end of this video. This is system bench test number 2. I'm actually supposed to get my Firewire today, a bunch of 18.4, some other stuff. So hopefully have some more proper system video next with more things attached into it. But until then, see you next time.